A lot of times, collectors can complain that Marvel Legends puts out the same characters year after year, and I've got a good idea on how they can keep doing that. Let's talk about it. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Strong Collectors Podcast. I'm your host, Dakota, here with my co-host, Jordan. And today, I would like to talk to you about Avengers vs. X-Men. Now, I think Hasbro missed the mark. They could have done this in 2024 because it would have been the 10-year anniversary, I believe. Maybe it was 2023 would have been. I don't know, somewhere in that time range. But I think an Avengers vs. X-Men would have been a perfect summer program or something like that for them to do, because you would be able to get out a lot of heavy hitter heroes in 2-packs. I've kind of got this, my thought process is mostly 2-packs here, but I think it would have made a lot of sense because of, the story that we're taking from the comics.
Right.
I could see if you're Hasbro and you're like, okay, if I just put this on the shelf and some rando kid is walking down, they're like, Mommy, why is 2 superheroes fighting? But it could have also just been like Avengers versus X-Men packaging.
Yeah.
But
Shut up, kid. These aren't for you. They're for me.
yeah, exactly.
Get out of my way.
You're not old enough.
That's what Dakota says.
Yeah. So that's kind of my thought process going into this.
Mommy, why'd you read a book, kid?
Yeah. If you read a book, you wouldn't be asking stupid questions like that. I think
It's
that
not
would
for
be
kids.
That's true. I don't know if you watched our post-credit scene on one of our previous episodes, but how many of you are watching I Think You Should Leave? Because
It's another reference for you there.
a reference in every episode.
Chock full of them. Okay.
So let me hit you with my. I've got 7 2-packs.
Okay.
Maybe not all these need to be made, but I thought they'd be good lineups. I tried to go based off of either what they. Because there was the Avengers versus X-Men proper comic book, and then they had kind of a mini series or like an offshoot of AVX or like 2 characters going at it, and then afterwards there was the A plus X where they're kind of doing more of a team up. So I kind of took like bits and pieces from all that to make this Avengers versus X-Men, or you could call it Avengers plus X-Men. I think versus is a little bit better. But we're going to start off strong, get you with 2 heavy hitters in the first 2-pack, and you're going to get a Captain America and a Wolverine.
Of course.
Hasbro loves to put them out. 2 of them in the 2-pack. Bang, bang,
Some
boom.
cool new packaging. There you go.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I'm going to say that because you got to do something different here. We're going to have a brand new shield technology. It's not going to be the clip anymore. They're doing something else. I don't know whether they're going Mythic Legion style with the peg and the swivel thing.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. But Dwight, if you're watching this, come up with something new on the shields.
We got to do something.
We don't
about
like
that.
those pegs. Those pegs are too snappy, too likely to break.
Yeah,
So
we can't do it much longer.
get those out of here. You're going to keep making Captain Americas forever.
Yeah.
So give that guy a better shield.
Oh.
The next 2-pack, we're going still 2 heavy hitters. You're going to get your Iron Man, and you're going to get a Cyclops.
Okay.
The only downside of this Cyclops is it's not post Avengers versus X-Men, which is the costume I would like an update of. But it's okay. We're going to get he's kind of astonishing X-Men looking Cyclops here.
Right.
Iron Man, I think he's a little more heroic age looking Iron Man, a little more.
That would give him an excuse
bulkier, I
to
think.
update the heroic age body on a new
Right.
buck that is not janky and bad.
Very true. So those 2, would be very great for new collectors.
Yeah.
If you're a collector now, you may be saying, I don't need those 2-packs. Totally understandable. The third one, we're going with the ladies. The next 2 of these are actually going to be with the ladies.
Okay.
And maybe that's a challenge having 2 ladies. Todd McFarlane would think it would be a problem to have 2 females in the same package, but Marvel Legends can do it.
Yeah.
We're going to get a Scarlet Witch versus a Hope Summers. Hope Summers definitely needs an update.
She could use an
hasn't-
update for sure.
I think that's like Arnhem's, or no, she was maybe Epic Heroes or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Pretty old figure.
Right.
Not the worst out of old Hasbro, but still definitely needs a new update.
Mm-hmm.
Could have better like accessories. Same with I think if we could give Scarlet Witch some better accessories too. Like even if we just got like some larger like almost fire effects for both of them, like fire effects for Hope Summers, kind of more pinkish magic but looks fiery. Effects for Scarlet Witch would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Thinking like big fireballs on their hand type of like.
I love that.
So
more
I think
than the
that'd be
swirly little twirly wrist effect.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Or the like kind of sparkly dazzler effects.
Right.
Those don't really do it for me. So a little bit.
All right.
Yeah. Something new there, at least in the form of accessories.
Okay.
And I don't think do we have a double jointed Scarlet Witch yet? Like comic version? I'm trying to think like the retro.
Sure
Was the retro the last comic Scarlet Witch we got? I think it might be.
Yeah.
So I guess that has been a while. So
could use an update.
Yep. Double pinless. I mean, maybe you put her on the Black Widow body. I don't know. But one that you're definitely going to put on this next. Okay, maybe you're not going to do that because this next 2-pack's going to need 2 Black Widow bodies. We're going to have Black Widow and Psylocke. So people have been wanting us a new Psylocke. Black Widow, you'd be pretty similar, but you'd have to do something to zhuzh that up. Probably new head sculpt.
Right.
But Psylocke is going to really carry the team here. So I almost would rather like give Black Widow a few less accessories and then make sure that Psylocke is coming with like swords. Yeah, like psi effects, like the blades. Give her the like eye kind of butterfly thing she's got going on.
Ooh, yeah.
I think that would be. I think that would be a good seller because Black Widow's a classic Avenger character,
and it gives you
Psylocke
a chance to get a Black Widow if you didn't get the
exactly
super duper one. So
yeah. Now we're going a little bit more. This not quite deluxe, but a slightly larger character with a smaller character. We're going to have Thor versus Magic.
All right.
This one was technically like a team up. I can't remember what all of them are, but I know they teamed up in the A+X. So you're going to get your updated Heroic Age Thor, and you're going to get, I think,
I actually would go for an updated Heroic Age Thor.
Nice.
So I love that look for him in that era was sweet, and I don't think they have quite the figure I'd want of that right now. So
yeah.
Continue.
And I think that last one was pretty substantial, so that's why I'm thinking this Thor's got to be substantial too.
But a little more opposable. The last one was
sure.
kind of like a big chunk, and it was kind of like not articulated so much.
Yeah.
So
I don't remember. That came out in kind of like a newer-ish wave, like around Ultron or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that it felt very, not quite as bad, but similar to like the Fin Fang Foom Wave Hulks, where it was like they just don't really do a lot.
Just
okay. But Magic, I think in this comic, she's kind of in her more maybe New Mutants look, which I think a lot of people really want that look for Magic. And she might even kind of be like that mix of like New Mutants, but still like armored up, like gold arm and leg type of look.
Yeah.
So, I'll take any Magic they throw out there. Next, this one's maybe going to be the hottest seller of the whole series. And that's going to be Black Panther and Storm. They were a part of the Versus because this was kind of at the tail end of their relationship. Maybe they were still married at the time. I can't remember exactly the timeline on them being together.
Spot.
Right. So they were definitely clashing there. I don't know how much
was sleeping on the couch.
For sure. Just imagine like since he's Black Panther, you could have couch. like a Teen Titans Go style where he's just like he's got to sleep in like the cat bed or something like that.
Right. Have his own throne room.
Right. So I think that could be kind of cool. Might not be super different from previous Black Panthers that we've gotten, but I think you could update enough on him. Maybe do a mixture of Vulcan and like the Renew Your Vows, give him toe joints. Maybe I don't know if that's possible to mix a match like that. But I think. If ever there was a time for Hasbro to try like soft wired capes, I think that would really help sell this pack. Similar, you could even give Storm soft goods kind of update instead of the like papery wings
That's
that
true.
they've had her with. So
I could see that.
maybe those new Lady Electro lightning effects to go with her
those
too.
would be great with Storm. That would be a nice add-on.
Yeah, so I think that could be pretty cool. And again, you might be seeing this again when we redo it for Valentine's Day, because this is another 2-pack that I think should be in the Valentine's Day
Sneak
special.
peek.
Stay tuned. Not too long. Next up, the most
this 7?
Well, this is number 7.
Okay.
So this one, I would love to see it. Pretty unlikely it ever happens, but it's going to be a big one. 2 deluxe
I know
figures
one
here.
of them.
What is it?
Is it the Juggernaut Colossus?
Wow, dude, you're on it. This is Hulk versus Juggernaut Colossus.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. That makes sense.
So-
We haven't seen him, right?
No,
Legend?
Legends. I mean, they've done the like 3 3/4 version of him, I think, but never as a legend. So I think I'm surprised they haven't done it yet. And I think it would be a super cool figure that a lot of people would like. And, you know, a Green Hulk who's not going to want a new Green Hulk. So I think that would be super fun. And I will round it out. On top of the 2-packs, you're also going to get an Amazon exclusive 5-pack of the Phoenix 5.
Wow. Okay.
Now
you're cooking.
I think that's like the dream scenario. If this was to actually happen, I could see Hasbro pulling a move where they're like, all right, it's all 2-packs, but it's going to be like Phoenix 5 Emma Frost versus this person, Phoenix 5 Cyclops versus that person. You got to buy all these 2-packs.
That would be dirty.
That would be so
that
dirty.
would be smart.
That would be, you'd sell it. It would be so infuriating, but it would sell.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I would love to see the Phoenix 5 though. In some capacity, Hasbro, you got to start doing them.
You need them. Okay. Yeah, I could see that working just because I do remember that being billed as a pretty big storyline. I think it makes sense to like reuse figures you already have, give some updates, and it doesn't look like you're just pushing out stuff you already have, right? Because you're mixing it in. And there's a couple new things. I think that Juggernaut Colossus would make sense. I think people would go for that. I'd be curious to know, like in comments, people, if there people are like, you know, really love that storyline. If there's those characters they'd like, because I don't really know. I don't know if I hear about it as much, but I don't know if I know you really were into it. I think I wasn't following that one as closely. I do remember reading it, but I think the concept of Avengers versus X-Men just sounds cool, right? So I think that would make for a great sounding program or something like that. I don't know if it'd be quite to the level you're envisioning. I think that'd be cool. I could definitely see them doing something with that concept, though. I think makes a lot of sense.
I just think if they had those types of, because, you know, like we had the Strange Tales wave, and it didn't really have a lot to do with Strange Tales. So I think this would be kind of cool to like really brand it just like the comics. And I don't know if, because that is hard, because I could see Marvel being like, what do I need to push like the older comics that aren't really on store shelves right now, but they don't really have any, like, you know, there's the general X-Men, general Avengers that I could go in the store and pick up some random comic, but maybe this gets you to, you know, get like a Marvel Unlimited, which, I'm going to save that for another idea, another episode. I'm saving it for another episode, folks. If you want to hear that, good thought.
Stay tuned.
Tune into some other, whenever we do this, but those are my thoughts on an Avengers versus X-Men wave. I want to know your thoughts in the comments. What versus 2-packs did I miss? What should we have swapped out? Make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing. And until next time, stay strong.